do it, I know I am the one. I put that action on the down and Papa kept me prayed up.
March Madness is going down. Y'all see it. The women's last night, Caitlin Clark, got her leg back. USC, UConn, Paige, Juju, classic game. But let's highlight the men's side. I had to chime in just a little bit. This year, you know, my Duke Blue Devils, we fell short. It was a tough game. We went into the half with the lead. Started missing some shots. NC State, they started to get that momentum. And one thing about sports, in any type of game, especially playoff games, tournament games, when things are on the line, Big Mo will always win. And coming into the tournament, actually in my bracket, I had NC State and Duke playing each other. Now, NC State, a few weeks before the ACC tournament, they coach on the verge of getting fired. They beat Duke. I'm like, man, this team got some momentum. This team is hot. They may be the hottest team in the tournament. And behind them, the two DJs, but the big fella is getting a lot of love. Very likable guy, showing out, moving at his own pace, but will give you buckets. DJ Burns Jr., go DJ. Tearing it up. North Carolina State, they put it on us. We had no answers for him at all. Duke had no answers for DJ Burns. The second half, 21 of his 29 points came in that second half. Like they just had that it factor. They just had that story. It's always a story in college basketball. And right now, NC State has that story. So congratulations to them. As bad as it hurts a little bit, but we'll be back next year. You're hearing it right now. Eat pigskin players. Duke will be back. Y'all know who we got next year, but salute. Major congrats to the coach, NC State, the DJs, DJ Burns tearing it up. Young Zach Randolph, that man. He will give you buckets. I look forward to that matchup versus Eating. We're going to talk about Purdue here in a second. That's going to be a very interesting game. I think his draft stock going up. He can play. We see in the NBA, you don't got to be the fastest, this guy. But if you can get to your spots, get your shot off, and do your thing, and that's what we're seeing of Mr. DJ Burns. But first time since 1980, Unc, if you're watching, you know, I got to highlight y'all, Big Ten, you know, national champions, Michigan. We got it done. But finally, you know, Purdue gets over the hump. The past few years, we've seen North Texas, St. Peter's, Farley Dickinson knock Purdue off these past few years. It's been tough, very tough. So to get over the hump, Zach Edey got a story. He definitely changed my perspective of him. This tournament got it done, and I'm happy for the Boilermakers. They got a local guy on the team, Fletcher. I mentioned earlier, MVP basketball. I met his father. He volunteered and, you know, helped coach the younger kids. So to have an actual NBA coach, NBA scout, you know, just volunteering his time, that's super major. So comes from a good family, Fletcher Lawyer. So salute, major hats off to the Purdue family, all the fans, my uncle.
When I say final, you say four. Final four. Final four. When I say final, you say four. Final four. Final four. When I say final, you say four. Final four. Final four. When I say final, you say four. Final four. Yeah. Final four.
Y'all got it done. Final four. We'll see. That's going to be a great matchup. Edey, Fletcher, Smith in the supporting cast of Purdue taking on NC State. NC State's playing good defense right now, not allowing too many points. The story that they have a number 11 seed. So we'll see how that game go to get to that national championship. On the other side, UConn, Bama, everybody, I'm pretty sure most of the brackets, UConn and Purdue, the two big fellas. That'll be something to see in the national championship. But don't sleep on Alabama. Their men's football team made it to the Final Four. They just so happened to ran into the national championship. Go Blue. I had to say that. But to have their men's basketball team in the Final Four at a school that's traditionally known as a football school, these past few years, they've been doing their thing in basketball. So UConn, Alabama, I'm going to sit back and watch that game. I don't know who I'm going to take. I may ask little bro because he's been tearing them up on them bets. And that's one of the things we're going to look to introduce to the show, get some of those bets on there.